This is the TUI crew in Mexico, and what happens in Mexico stays in Mexico.
Welcome to Cancun.
Welcome to the Boeing 787 Dreamliner with TUI Airways.
Early morning check-in, Terminal 1, Glasgow International Airport for today's TUI Cancun Boeing Dreamliner flight. TUI's standard long-haul check baggage allows up to 20 kilos with one carry-on bag up to 10 kilos.
Morning, how you doing? Alright? It's Cancun.
Cancun, Spain, there's your flights.
At the top of the escalator, automatic gates are in operation, allowing you to scan your ticket, giving you quick access to the security screening area. Queues are quick today with around 7 minutes waiting time, with helpful staff directing you through baggage screening and the metal detector. To help your fellow passengers queuing behind you, one thing you can do is to have everything ready for inspection before placing your items into the boxes provided for the X-ray machine. Clearing security, you go through duty free with various offerings of chocolates, tobacco and signature colognes.
Hiya, would you like to try the new Jean Paul?
Oh, excellent, very much.
Thank you.
No surprises here, but airport sandwich shops come with a mortgage price tag. A meal deal is all yours for only £4.19. Relatively cheap for just 2 bits of average bread, filled with mayonnaise something, washed down with a sugary drink and some crisps. Nearing the gate, another last chance expensive purchase if you're tempted, in case you missed the earlier meal deal. The International Departure Concourse has some nice coloured glass windows, a nice touch I think. It looks like a full flight today and boarding begins shortly.
Hiya, next year.
Thank you. Have a great time. Thank you very much.
I'm just on the airbase just now and just about to board the TUI flight from Glasgow to Cancun, and it's about a 10-hour flight.
Hi everyone! Right, so you can actually just go round the second dial.
Right, cool.
That's cool.
It's actually
The
everyone's
wee mix.
perfect, yeah.
Right, well, we're a lovely mix today.
That was good,
Got
that was
some
good.
lovely girls from Manchester and a guy from a lovely gentleman down the back from Gatwick. So there's a few,
That was good,
a wee
that was
mix
good.
today.
That was,
So
Alright,
that's
thanks.
cool. Yeah, just ask
worries.
one of us at
Alright,
the end
okay.
and we'll ask the captain.
Colin, alright.
Colin,
Thanks.
okay, that's fine, yeah.
As people settle in and take their seats, I'm heading up the right-hand aisle to seat number 22F, situated over the main wing spar and in the middle of the cabin. Not my seat of choice, but then I did not pay the extra money for the luxury of choosing my seat, as we all get to our destination in the end anyway. If you're travelling in, for example, a family of 4, you can save a small fortune by doing this, but it means you may not be sitting together.
Well, this is my seat, number 22F, that's F for Foxtrot, and we're halfway along the cabin just now on the flight. We're probably on an on-time departure. It'll be a runway 23 departure today, then about a 9.5-hour flight to Cancun. Probably flying around about 41,000 feet, the usual, and then into the over Florida way, and then probably we'll be seeing to Cancun International.
It's not very likely, but if there's an emergency, get into the brace position.
So we're taxiing along to runway 23 at the moment. We're just about to hold short there, and departure is imminent. That's just turning onto the runway now. You'll hear the engines rev up shortly. Actually, they're going right now. So he's just adjusting the N1 and that's us going. I can tell from the reaction of the cabin we are already accelerating past 80 knots just now. We are still, yep. Still a quick pan of the cabin. What's good in this type of aircraft is the wings have a nice curve. That's us going, and let's lift it up.
I'm just wanting to show you the view outside the windows just now, however my GoPro camera is on a different setting and it's not showing you that.
And that noise is the gear up. So yeah, nice smooth takeoff. And we'll probably be taking a right-hand turn depending on the traffic. have just under 300 people on board. At the moment we are currently over the north tip of Ireland doing 632 miles per hour. We will be eventually going to 42,000 feet and then over to Newfoundland and Maine, flying over the eastern seaboard to New York, Philadelphia, and over the western side of Florida, Panhandle, then into Cancun. Weather's been quite good, so you get some good aerial photographs from the windows. So we are about maybe 90 to 120 minutes into the flight. We've had the first bar service come through, so I've had a can of Coke and a little whiskey. All those goes. Been doing a bit of work in the plane. Whiskey and Coke makes the flight go a bit easier, hence the red face. So it eases the boredom. So I've done some editing on the laptop, and maybe the lunch service or dinner service might be probably the next hour and a half.
Always nice to see the moving map, especially when you have a featureless pile of grey cloud below you.
Red, if that's okay.
TUI cabin crew come through the bar service offering various beers, wines, spirits and non-alcoholic drinks.
Very much. Thank you.
Would you like a glass of wine?
So the meal service has just come out. We're about 4.5 hours after departure. You smell the food coming through the cabin. And today's offerings are, we have pasta with chicken, tomato sauce, with the Parmesan cheese. And it smells actually really nice. One thing that I like that TUI do, they give you the wooden cutlery, which is much better, it cuts better, and it's also sustainable than having single-use plastics. And then we have a water, one of these. We got Jacob's cream crackers, got 2 of these. And then we have a nice bit of cheddar cheese, which is Butler's Secret Special Reserve. So there. Followed by, for dessert, it looks like, I think, I've not tasted it yet, some kind of cake. So I've also got a thing of sushi for myself. However, I think I've taken it at the wrong time because the food service has just come as well. I have a nice glass of red wine as well. So here's the red wine. Just about 25 minutes from wheels down in Cancun. It's been about 8.5 hours so far, and we're going to try a little experiment. So when we touch down, obviously a round of applause. See who follows. Stay tuned. So we are just about 32 miles away from landing at Cancun at the moment. Just have a look around there. There's a graphic. And as you can hear in the background, that is the pneumatic noise of the flaps coming down. Weather-wise, it actually looks quite scattered, lovely clouds, a bit of cumulonimbus castellaris, and should be in the ground in about 10 minutes. A bit of turbulence as well now. There we are. So we're just going through the cloud base at the moment. Gotta love the turbulence.
Remember earlier when I said when we landed I'd start the applause? Well, the plane followed.
It worked. That's the whole applause started. Well done, the pilot.
Welcome to Cancun.
Welcome to the Boeing 787 Dreamliner with TUI Airways.
So we have arrived at Cancun International Airport, and I was at the start of the applause. We have 2 captains here. Fantastic landing, not too much turbulence. And as everyone's disembarking over there, I'm in the flight deck, checking out the controls, and check out this great head-up display. Gives all the information out of landing, artificial horizons, speeds, etc. Oh,
Let's let that cross fire.
fantastic. So it gives the pilot much better visibility when doing things like, I suppose, high intensity workloads.
Auto lands, things like that.
Yeah, auto lands. And we got glass cockpit So I think might be right in this, but the Boeing 747-400 was the first glass cockpit. Would that be right?
744.
Yeah. And then so we got the Dreamliner 800 8 version, not mimicking, but actually just the whole lot through. It looks like we got doors here, artificial horizon, the speeds. Obviously we're on the ground.
We can scroll through here.
Okay.
So we can scroll through our air synoptics.
Yep.
Fuel synoptics.
Yep.
Hydraulics. Electrical.
Yep.
Status.
Yep.
There are messages. Gear.
Yep.
Flight controls, which obviously shut down at the
Fantastic.
moment. That's the backup systems for flight displays, maintenance pages, and CBs, so traditional circuit breakers, which are electrical, but all in the hold.
And how much fuel did you take on today for the flight?
We had 51,200 kilos.
Kilos, well.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Which is equivalent to
7,000
litres.
We put on 57,500 litres today.
Oh, that's it.
Specific depth is about 0.8.
Yeah, okay. And what kind of contingency for fuel do you have, you know, for diversion?
Well, we took an extra 1,000 kilos today, really because it was forecast thunderstorms. But normally we'd get here with about 7,000 kilos.
6 weeks ago when we came into land, I think in the runway, it was literally all over the place. It was quite cool actually. This is very smooth landing compared to, you know.
Yeah,
so
it's quite busy here now, lots of aircraft coming in and everything.
It's a very low platform altitude on the ILS, so you get down too low too soon. You get very bumpy off all the undergrowth that's on the approach.
Yes, of course.
Thermal coming up and things like that.
Yeah, it's not a very efficient approach.
It's a very cool cockpit. I'm quite glad to see you've got the centre stick as well. I know that Airbus favours the side stick.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the side stick or?
You've thrown Airbus, I've never thrown Airbus.
Be careful what I say now. I prefer Boeing.
Fair enough. And on side stick, see if you're like a gamer or joystick, you have a dominant hand. So if you are obviously first officer and then pilot, you'd have to use the separate hand, or sorry, the take the difference. It doesn't matter. Just get used to using that other hand.
Well, you fly, even though you've got two handles down the yoke, you still really fly one hand anyway. Because you'll have a hand on them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's one of those sort of things they teach you when you swap seats.
Yeah. Cool. That's very cool.
When everybody learns to fly, most people are in the left-hand seat when they start to fly a small airplane anyway. So you're used to flying like that. Anyway.
I was in the cadets, so I was in the CCF back many years ago. You know, I was bulldogs, you know, sort of aeros at the time. So it was cool. But I wish I'd actually stepped into this. It's good. Cool. All right, I'll just. So this is the Boeing Dreamliner 8 series, and it is Golf Dash Tango Uniform India Bravo. I think we're on today. So it's a nice aircraft, and thanks very much.
It's the second aircraft in the fleet.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It is.
We named them, started with A. Alpha's the first one, this is the second one, Bravo, and we're getting Papa, the latest one, in 2 months.
And is that the 9 series?
They changed to 9 Kilo, I think.
Will you be going to the 10 series at all?
No.
Okay, that's good. Thanks so much. Alright, my cue to go. Thank you very much. I'm the last passenger to leave the aircraft due to my impromptu interview with the captains in the flight deck. The jet is prepared for the next influx of passengers. I make my way down the air stairs onto the awaiting shuttle bus to Cancun's Terminal 3 into baggage reclaim. This is the TUI crew in Mexico, and what happens in Mexico stays in Mexico. Alright? Here's a really helpful tip for your first time flying into Cancun. Once you have got your bags and cleared customs, just keep walking. You will be greeted by a load of people who appear to help you and get your attention. Just ignore them and keep walking because they are there to sell you a timeshare. A couple of final tips which are really helpful. Once you get outside of the terminal building, take extra care and an extra minute to verify your pickup transport. You will most likely be approached by people trying to sell you a taxi transfer. They will also hold up a really nice price list to show you this. These prices are ridiculous and a total rip-off. Do not do it. They will also try and tempt you with a discount, asking you to pay by credit card instead. This is a total scam. Since when was paying by credit card cheaper than having a cash discount? Just get your pre-arranged hotel transfer. I would also strongly recommend that you keep your eyes on your luggage and then board the bus once the cargo doors below close. That way, you're on the bus, your luggage in the bus, and then you get to your hotel safe in the knowledge that you have your luggage on.
Hola!
Welcome to Cancun, welcome to Mexico.
Photo, video, drone, available for hire. Check out cdfimages.com.